Okay, good morning, everyone. Trust me, doing good. It's actually another lovely day here in Lagos, Nigeria today. And oh, what can I say? The markets are very, very favorable, and we look to earn a lot from the financial markets. So, a quick one before we begin. Let's do the sound check like we always do. If you can hear me properly, please do drop something in the chat box. Thank you. If you can hear me properly, drop something in the chat box. Okay, just drop a message, drop a hi, drop an energy in the chat box. If you can hear me, okay. Okay, great. Good morning, Kelechi. Good morning. Good morning. Hope we all are having a fantastic morning. I feel so alive this morning, and it's amazing. It's amazing being in the midst of you guys and being a new in the midst of you guys. It's actually amazing. If you're new on here, I'm your host, Akiwale Chibuike. I always hold these webinars on Tuesday and Thursdays. Talk about the markets, talk about finance, give ideas, give trading approaches, approach towards your trading, and a lot actually, and catch banks also. So we have a structure we follow for webinars, which is the introduction. Then let's go to the facts where I tell you guys about the things we do at Eagle Global Markets. Okay, so Eagle Global Markets, it's simple and straightforward. Let me just pop something up on the screen. Um, okay, share my screen. Okay, if you can see my screen, please let me know. If you can see my screen, please do let me know. Can you see my screen? Yes or no? Can you see my screen? Okay, great, 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 great. Are you still having issues with the sound? You had issues with the sound last time, but you can hear me. That means you can hear me. If since you're saying yes, it means you're not having issues with the sound anymore. You can hear me, right? Okay, so okay, back to what we do at global markets. Global markets is a broker give you access to the financial markets where you can trade and make a lot of money just on from your mobile phone or in front of your laptop. And it's very, very easy to make money. I see, like, let's talk. I see people talk about how difficult Forex is, how this, how that, to be very, very, very candid. Do you think Forex is difficult? Because to me, I don't think Forex is difficult. I think it's simple. My head is in the game. I know what I'm doing. I think Forex is very, very, very simple and easy. See, I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and I saw something by a popular forex trader. He wrote something and said forex is not really. He just captured it between doing the right thing and doing what you know. When you do what you know properly, you're doing what you know in the financial markets becomes the right thing. Okay, so there's no gap. It's just you doing what you know in the financial markets. So global markets. We are a broker, African-based broker, African-owned to be precise, and we offer you the best financial services. We have products that works for you, ranging from our cloud trade to our corporate trade to our MT4. These products are meant to give you financial freedom. You need to utilize them better, and that's how, or that's what we offer you at global markets. So, Yeah, apologies. I think I tapped on something on my keyboard and it just kicked me out of the meeting. Very sorry about that. Very sorry about that. So I was going to ask a question based on our last webinar. Okay. What was our last webinar about? What was our last webinar about? Can anybody remind me what our last webinar was about? If you were on the last webinar, you would know what it is. Can anybody at all remind me what our last webinar was about? Anybody at all? Anybody at all? Can anybody remind me what our last webinar was about? Okay, asked any question. Okay, it was an AMA session, an Ask Me Anything session where we all got to ask questions and all. When we ran out of questions, we hopped on the charts, started analyzing and all. Now, I want to just show you guys how easy it is to make money from the financial markets. I don't know if the person is on this webinar. I don't want to call the person in. I don't want to call the person in. Okay. But if you were the one that called me that you made 50,000 naira, or I know I got a few calls, but I want to be particular about the 50,000 naira guy because he was very happy. If you were the one that called me on Thursday, sorry, on I think on Friday, that you made a lot of money from, or if you were part of those that called me that you made a lot of money from those trade call, you look down the Dow Jones trade, the ERUSD trade, the gold trade. If you were one of those people, just I'm happy for you. Like I was very happy when you said those things because it literally touched me, and I'll share my screen to show everybody um, that it was true. We made money. Let's just put it that way. So I'm sharing my screen. If we remember vividly, I said I'll be looking to sell the Dow. Okay, let me just do this. This was not there before. Okay, so if you remembered, I said I'll be looking to sell the Dow if I see a break in market structure, which was this red line. Okay, so market structure broke. I did not sell immediately. I was not interested in selling immediately. This structure broke. I waited for a retracement back into this area of what resistance before I took my own sell. So it was around this area I took my own sell. Well, the sell was not really precise into the block, but it was somewhere around here, and I took profits right here. I made like 200K off this trade alone, and I'm sure other people that took the trade who called me made a lot of money from the trade also. That's just how it is easy it is making money from the financial markets. ERUSD. Let's go to ERUSD. So I said I was targeting these lows as my take profit on ERUSD and see what happened. ERUSD traded into that low and immediately reversed. I took my sell around here. I adjusted my stop loss after the webinar. Okay, I adjusted my stop loss because I was not really comfortable with ERUSD. I will be candid. So I adjusted my stop loss to this area right here. Remember, my stop loss was um like 4 pips on the webinar. Yes, my stop loss was 4 pips on the webinar. If you remember, 4 to 10 pips. I can't really remember, but my stop loss was like 4 to 10 pips on the webinar. So I literally adjusted it to a total of like 20 pips as stop loss. Yes, 20 pips as my stop loss. That's why I literally adjusted it to, and price ran into this area for good 18 pips, never got my stop loss, then immediately just went down to my take profit. Gold. Okay, so gold is what I closed half of my gold position actually. I closed half of it. So I was not feeling comfortable holding gold anymore. So gold, we were looking for sales on gold actually. Looking for selling opportunities on gold. I took a sell right here at this point right here. My stop loss was above here. Everybody on the webinar, you remember I said my stop loss would be at this high right here. Gold never got there. So immediately it cleared this low right here. I took partials. like immediately I took partials. I took like 80% off the table. I took partials of 80%, and I'm just waiting for it to go to this blue line. So what I believe gold might do is this. Okay, just my own test system. I believe gold might go into this source, or as we would call it, resistance, order block right here, because these are clean highs right here. I believe gold will just do this, grab liquidity up above here, and grab liquidity up above here, then go up here into this box before coming down finally. So that's what I think gold will do. Just my own thoughts. Just my own thoughts. But I already took partials, and also this serving as a break of market structure right here. So I should be looking just for a push higher than a drop. That was how we just made free money on those three trades. And also, I think I have you made some money off gold too. Wow, that's great. That's great. I think we talked about US oil when we're talking about the relationship between gold, oil, and all those things. I don't think I have that one for oil here, but oil went to our take profit also before reversing. So you see, it's very easy when it comes to making money from the financial markets. Very, very, very easy. Very, very easy. Just follow the right things, just follow the right rules. So Kelechi, how did you feel when you made money from the trades actually? Even if it was only gold, how did you feel when you made money off gold? It feels good. It feels absolutely good. That's just it. That's the feeling. It feels good. Very, very good. So today's topic, trading profitably in 2021. We'll be doing one in-depth technical analysis today. Okay. I've decided the pair already. I've decided the pair already. I won't say the name of the pair until it's time for the technical analysis aspect of this. Well, let me just keep the pair ready. Okay, good. Major top-down analysis. Major top-down analysis on it to know where it might be heading to the future. Okay, so yes, trading profitably in 2021, a practical approach. Let me share my screen. Now, can anybody at all tell me what it is when we are talking about trading profitably? Can anybody at all tell me what it is when we talk about trading profitably? Can anybody at all tell me what it is when we talk about trading profitably? Anybody at all? Can anybody at all tell me what they feel it is when we're talking about trading profitably? Yes, the recording will be on our YouTube channel. We've got nothing to worry about. Can anybody at all tell me what they feel it is when we talk about trading profitably? Trading profitably. Trading profitably. Making way minimum loss as against gain. Brilliant. I love the aspect Karachi brought into it. And Karachi, how is it going with the PDFs? How's it going with the PDFs? How's it going? Okay, digging into the contents and applying them, maximizing profits and minimizing drawdowns. Brilliant. Very, very brilliant. Minimize your loss and maximize your profits. Sweet. Efficient rates. I'm being blown away. I'm being blown away. Like everybody's just giving me the right thing. I literally want to hear. Good day, I hope you're doing good. So now when we talk about trading profitably, it's all about your approach or the approach you take towards trading that makes you profit. Okay? It is all about the approach you take towards trading that makes you profit or makes you profitable. Now, you might have heard a lot of people talk about proof, PRO. Okay, proof. You see, in the financial markets, pro can mean two things based on my own perspective. Okay, In the financial markets, pro can mean two things. You can be a professional, you can be profitable. Now, I know this might sound stupid or crazy to you, but I want you to agree with me that not all professionals are profitable and not all traders that are profitable are professional. Do you understand my point? Do you understand my point? Not all professionals are profitable and not all profitable traders are professionals. Some people just have the skills, and that is what you should aim for. Have the right trading skill. So you don't want to be a professional. You want to be profitable when trading. Okay. Ignore all the professional stuff. You just want to understand how to approach price and make profit from it. That is all you want. You want to understand how to approach price and make profit from it because that's the major thing. Let's put it that way also. If you are profitable, that means you're a professional. Let's just put it that way. But to be very candid, being profitable in the financial market and professionalism in the financial market has nothing to do with one another. If you're losing money, you're losing money, even if you're a professional. If you are making money, you are making money. You don't even need to be a professional. Now, trading profitably. Rules to trading profitably. Rules to trading profitably. I didn't want to bore anybody with this webinar, so I'll make it as interesting as possible. There are just 4 rules to trading profitably. Okay, there are just 4 rules that you might think we won't spend much time on this webinar, but you will learn a lot from it. There are 4 rules to trading profitably. The first rule is plan. Now, when I say plan, I'm not talking about your trading plan. I'm not talking about your risk management plan. I'm not talking about your money management plan. I'm not talking about your daily plan when you approach the market. What I'm talking about is the plan, the specific rules, or how would I put it? The plan, the specific rules you as a trader want to abide by. This is what contains all your money management, risk management, trading rules, and all. This is where everything are put together. Okay, this is where everything comes together. It's determining if it is viable. Okay, it's all about using that plan to determine if what you are doing in the financial market is viable. If not, there will be no good results for you to show for. When there's no good results, it's just equates to you losing money in the market. And another thing is, you don't just make these plans to use them in a demo account. Please, if you make plans to start using them in a demo account, when you up on a live account, you'll end up seeing that these things don't add up because of what? You are in a real trading situation, a real trading environment, not a virtual trading environment where your emotions are not put into test, where your emotions are not put into play. Are we all understanding? Like, am I making sense at all? Am I making sense at all? So the major thing is to plan. When you plan, it is very, very easy to plan. Once the plan has been developed, it is easy to develop the plan. But the question is, would you be sticking to the plan? When you sway away from your plan, that is when you start losing money in the markets. Simple logic, straight to the point. Now, the second thing I will talk about is study. Study. Now, when I say study, I'm not telling you to start reading books about trading. No, that's not how you learn to trade. Fine, reading books about trading gives you an idea. I read a lot of books about trading. I even give recommendations on previous webinars. I will give again. I'll give the likes of Trading in the Zone by Mark J. Douglas, the likes of Trading for a Living by Dr. Alexander Elder. What else? Harmonic Patterns by Scott Canary. The likes and all. The likes and all. If you read, fine. It will give you that feeling that you know how the market works. But one thing it will never give you is how the market works. It will give you that feeling that you know how the market works. But one thing it will never give you is how the market works. For you to understand how the financial market works, how to place a trade, how to exit a trade, how to manage your emotions, how to manage your risk, how to do all of these things, how to do it is by studying. And when I say studying, you need to go to the charts. You need to go to the charts. You need to see these things play out. You need to go to the charts, see these things play out, see price action pan out. Because why? That's the question. Because why? The reason is because of you gain mastery by practicing. Most people will even say you don't gain mastery by practicing. They'll say you gain mastery by becoming obsessed with what you do. That is why when you study, you are treating trading like a business. Okay, you don't need to say trading, you're trading for an hobby or you're trading like as if it's an hobby. No, you must treat it like a business. In a business, there are rules and regulation. uh Business incurs expenses, losses, and all. And yes, you lose money when trading. I know it sounds bad, I know it sounds very rude, and I know it sounds bad, but the major thing is being prepared for that loss, knowing that in the end or at the end of everything, massive profit is what awaits. And also, if you abide by everything I'm saying in this webinar, there is a zero chance for you to even lose money. That is just it. There's a zero chance for you to lose money. Zero. Like there's a zero chance that you will even lose money. Because abiding by rules is key. Understanding what you're doing is key. That way you will never lose money. And if you lose money, it's just be little. That's just the logic behind trading, behind trading profitably. So you study it and you treat it like a business. When you are studying, make use of every resources to your advantage. You have me, ask your questions. You have Google, ask your questions. You have YouTube, watch those webinars we've done before. The missing or the key to that door is on our YouTube channel. I might have said it on another webinar, and I won't say it again on another webinar. That is just how it is. I might have said what you need on another webinar and don't say it in that webinar you come for. All you need to do is just dedicate time, go back to the YouTube channel, check, watch videos that you feel, okay, there's a tendency I might talk about this thing, there's a tendency I might not talk about this thing, and that's the way it is. Now, I said you always have to study the markets, use everything to your advantage when you're studying the markets. And when you're studying the markets, don't feel, please, this is where traders lose it all, okay? They feel they know it all. When you start seeking the applause of people, you feel you know it all. When you're studying, just do it within yourself. Create time. Don't just do it based on your own perspective. And always know that you are a student of the markets. The markets will always continue to teach you. Just think of it as um, continued education, okay, continued education. After you graduate from school, you face life. Life is an education. So just feel like after you graduated from our webinars, from watching our webinars, you become profitable. Always admit to the fact that you're a student of the markets, and that way you would remain focused on understanding the metrics on how the market works day by day. It's a lifelong process. Focus and observation will allow you to sharpen your instincts and learn the little things that matters. Are we all following? Are we all following? Now, the next thing is to develop. When I say develop, I'm not just saying you outgrow. Develop is all about outgrowing. But let's bring develop to the aspect of you determine the type of trader you are. See, don't let anybody just tell you that you are aggressive. You have to be an aggressive trader. You are this. You have to be this. No, no, no. It takes time for you to develop and understand the type of trader you want to be. That is the key thing. See, let me tell you a quick joke. A quick joke. It's true, but it's a joke. So, do you know that if you had invested um 500 naira, yes, let's use 500 naira. If you had invested 500 naira, I'm coming. Let me confirm something. Um, I wrote it down somewhere on my PC. Let me look for it. Before we proceed. If you had invested 500 naira in looking for the name of that financial instrument actually. It's Bitcoin. I know I don't really want to mention crypto. I don't want to mention crypto. I don't want to mention crypto. I think I still have to mention crypto. If you had invested 500 naira in Bitcoin in January, just 500 naira, just 500 naira. Okay, in Bitcoin, January, if you had invested 500 naira, trying to get how much you would have made just in January. Okay, so January 1, let's say you did it January 1, trying to get this value, the price value actually. This is the tool for it. Okay, so you would have made 2001%. Now let's see what 2001% of 500 is. You have made 10,500. Now I know you'll be wondering, 10,500 is very, very small. To you, very, very small. But understand that you put that money somewhere. There was no hard work done. There was no running around entering a bus from somewhere to somewhere done. And you just made 10,500 naira. How would you feel? Anybody, just tell me how you would feel actually. Just tell me how you would feel actually. Let me know. Let me know how you would feel actually. Just not running around from one place to another, and you just made 2001% on your money. You see, that is and Kelechi says he will feel bad because he should have invested more. Well, that's the truth. We always say I could have invested more. I did put in a sum of money in Apple and PayPal, like around February, and all I can tell myself now is I should have invested more. And I had more then, but all I was just telling myself is I could have invested more. I could have invested more because I think I got into Apple around $116 per share, and I got into PayPal around $219 per share. Yeah, I think I got in around that. Oh, sorry, $222 per share, and now it's $272 for PayPal, and Apple is 237 or 137, I guess. I could have invested more and I had the money, but I didn't. So now, what am I trying to drive at? What I'm trying to drive at is that is the type of massive opportunity, the financial market, the products that we are selling you. That is the type of opportunity it offers you. The opportunity to just make money without stressing at all. Now, let's now talk about the Forex, the derivative aspect. Okay? Now, let's talk about the Forex or derivative market. You see, the Forex or derivative market is now very, very easy. Either you are buying or you are selling, you can make money. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Now, let's say, let's look for one chart. Let's look for ERUSD. I know this might sound stupid, but just listen to it. Trying to zoom in my chart. If you sold ERUSD yesterday and you used 50 Naira per lot, if you are using cloud trade platform, if you sold ERUSD yesterday and you used 50 Naira per lot, and you just close it this morning, okay? If you use 50 Naira per lot on cloud trade and you just close it this morning, you would have made you have made 3,000 Naira. You entered yesterday and you just closed it this morning, you'd have made 3,000 Naira. No, I'm not showing you anything on the chart. I'm just doing the maths for you. Go and check. I'm just showing you. This is just the slide. The only thing you can see is the slide. I'm not showing anybody's screen or anything. When we want to analyze, you would see the screen, but I'm just giving you the maths. You'd have made 3,000 Naira. You'd have made 3,000 Naira. Do you see how dynamic trading the financial markets is? And if let's look for another financial instrument. Which other financial instrument was I looking at? GBK. I was looking at GBK yesterday. I was looking for a buy. I remember I was looking for a buy on GBK. Now, I missed my entry, so I didn't bother entering again. I'm not really that type of person that likes to force an entry. So let's say, no, I was looking at GBK when on yes, since yesterday actually, yes. I was looking for a buy actually at a significant area of structure. So I would have entered my buy again this morning, but I missed my entry also. But let's say I bought at exactly the reversal point, which I could have. Let's say I bought at exactly the reversal point, and up till now, and I used 50 Naira per lot. I could have made, let's see, how much could I have made? I could have made, because it has moved 100 pips, I could have made 5,000 Naira. If I used 0.01 on MT4, I could have made $10, sweet $10. You see how easy it is making money from the financial market. That is why I say you need to develop and understand the type of trader that you are. That way you understand what you will be doing in the market. You understand how your plan and what your study, what they have given you to attack the market, and you attack the market with it and make the max of profit. This is where we now come to the aspect of trade. If you are trading a live account and you are on this webinar, just say hi in the chat box. I'm not trying to shoot shots at anybody. Okay, I'm not trying to shoot shots at anybody, but I just want to clear something out. If you're trading a live account and you're on this webinar, just say hi. You are trading currently, not that I want to fund. No. Just you're trading currently. You have money in your trading account, you're trading currently. Wow, a lot of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 19. Wow. Wow. Okay. 17. Some people left the meeting. Already. So okay, it means just One, two, three, four, five, six. Just six people are trading live. Yeah, I advise not to because if you're still trying to figure out a few things. I really don't want you to lose money. 9. Okay. Great. Okay, you know what I will do is on Thursday. I already scheduled a class for Thursday, but I'll cancel the class. And on Thursday, it will be a trade and end class. Everything we'll do on the webinar for 1 good hour is trade the financial markets, place trade and end. Same trades I'll be placing, we place it together and we'll end together. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think with that? What do you think about that? What do we think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the chat box. Okay, great. So you must have a minimum of 5,000 naira to attend the class. That's just the logic. Okay, you must have a minimum of 5,000 naira to attend the class. That would actually show me you're willing to trade the markets on Thursday with me. Okay, so if you are new, please send a hi, just a hi right now, so I can take note of your name and reach out to you after this webinar. Okay, and also if I promise you gift and I've not sent it out, it is two reasons. It's either you sent it out and I missed your message. Sorry, you sent me your address and I missed your message, or you haven't sent me your address at all. I have some people that want something from my last webinar. I told them to reach out to me. They did not reach out to me. Your names are Kasim Adileke, Bayo Adio, Karachi, and Tishe Edgar. Sorry, you did not reach out to me. I won't be reaching out to anybody again. Okay, you've reached out. Just send me that message again so I can get your address. It seems your message have gone down. There's a lot of messages. I attend to a lot of clients daily, and sorry about that. It's just something we do every day. Okay, so I've got 3 new people on the webinar. Thank you for joining me. Debbie, you get yours. We are yet to send it out. Okay, so those are just the 4 main rules to trading profitably. Now, let's see how to trade profitably. I'll show you my screen. I said I already chose the pair, so I'll just show you the pair. We'll be using MT4. I feel comfortable using MT4. So we're using MT4. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know. Can you see my screen? Faith, is this your first time joining, or you want a gift and I've not sent it to you, or let me know, okay? Just let me know. So this is ERJPY. This is what we'll be dealing with, ERJPY. We'll be going in depth into it today, and yeah, I just feel like we should do more of technical analysis classes to like give people an insight of how to approach the markets. That's just it generally. So I'm not really concerned with anything on the left-hand side of this chart. Well, I want to see what is on the left-hand side, but I want to also see what I might be heading to in the front. So what do we have? We're in a downtrend generally to me. We're in a downtrend. I'll explain the structure of the downtrend again so we can all agree that we're in a downtrend. So this was last area of structure. This was a BMS right here. Then we had a retracement, deep retracement, deep. Then we broke structure again right here to the upside. We filled this imbalance right here. Then we broke structure again to the downside. We broke structure to the upside. We broke structure to the upside. So generally, the monthly time frame is yeah. I will check and I'll get your address to let me in charge of that. And I get a lot of messages every day. That's why. Sorry about that. So generally, the monthly time frame is on the downtrend. Okay, but let's zoom in. Let's now deal with price from this area, right? Yeah, this was the last low. Yeah, okay. So if we look at this closely, you can say this was a small downtrend. You can see this was a small downtrend. I want everybody to understand the concept of how I analyze. Okay, this was a downtrend. That was a high. this was a low, this was a high, and this is low, and this was a high right there, and this was a low. So what happened? We see structure broke right here, so I can just mark all of this out. So you people should just pay close attention. So I can mark this out as breaking market structure. As a breaking market structure. So we had an impulse to the upside, a high, a low, a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this was an uptrend. Then what do we have? At ERGPY, okay? So you can see structure broke here. So we broke structure here. We had a high and a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. So we are getting to understand this better. Now, this was, like I said, this was lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, let me mark it out. Let me show everybody. This was a lower high, this was a lower low right here, lower high right there, a lower low right here, lower high. These lows are relatively not the same. Okay, lower low right here. Okay, so I can now say this was a lower high. This was lower low. This was a lower high. Okay, so trying to understand the detail of price there. So where would I consider my break of structure? I can say it is this one right here. Say this is my break of structure. So structure broke, and I have a high, a low. The higher high, then what happened after that higher high? Nothing else. If we pull this into price, you can see what liquidity was grabbed. Okay, so we are what in an uptrend, literally, with this small structure right here. So we're general overview is a downtrend, but with this right here, we are in what? We are in an uptrend. So what can I see right here? We've purged liquidity, and what? This is a mini downtrend. Let's just say this is a mini downtrend. High, low, lower high, lower 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 low. Then what? We broke structure right here. We broke market structure right there. Okay, so we can all agree with me that that's the break of market structure, right? That this is the break of market structure. We all agree that that's a break of market structure. Do we all agree that that's a break of market structure right there? Okay, great. Now that we agree that that's a break of market structure, remember we are zoomed in. So whatever we are doing, we are concerned about this right here, where this up move started. That is what we are concerned about. So we can now go to the weekly time frame. The monthly is in an uptrend. We expect the weekly also to be in an uptrend. Okay. Now that we understand that the weekly is in an uptrend and we have structure broken right here, and streamline this to this area. This served as a what, an order block. The price rejected immediately from it. What do we want to understand? I want to understand the detail in this. Now, look at how price has been moving since. How has price been moving since? Impulsively, correctively, impulsively, correctively. Then look at what happened. Impulsively, right? There was no corrective nature. So from the weekly time frame, fine. We are what? Moving higher, but we are forgetting that we need to move lower and look left. Look left, we are actually arriving at a top. Okay, so I can delete this right here. So let me just use something else to describe the top. That's it. Top. Let me just take this away. This is so that's a swing point in price. Now, what do I expect? I can see that there's a tendency for ERJPY to push higher a bit, push higher a bit. If it pushes higher a bit, then I'll be looking for selling opportunities. Why will I be looking for selling opportunities? Because for a while, it has just been what? Buying. It has just been what? Buying. And it has not even sold a bit. But I can't just say I would sell when I don't have my target for a sell. So if I were to target for myself, this is where I'll be targeting. This right here. This area right here. Now, why am I targeting this area right here? I'm targeting this area right here because of targeting that area right there because of what? Price did not trade efficiently there. Price just went up, created weeks. It didn't trade efficiently there. So I can now go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame now, what can we see? We can see that that inefficient action we saw on the weekly time frame has been filled, but we still have one more thing right here. So we're actually refining or adjusting it. So from this now, if I were to sell, I'll be looking for selling opportunities here, then down into this area. That's like, it can be a major sell, take like 10 candles to get here before we buy again, or just go up. Or so like I won't be going down to the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15 minutes. I will let you go and do that as an assignment and send it to my inbox on WhatsApp so that we can also see that looking at price is not difficult. So that will bring us to the end of this analyzing session. Let's just put it that way, and this session. And so, do we all understand what was discussed? We all understand. Brilliant. So, I'm open to questions. Please, let's ask questions. Exactly, time to go make more money. Now, like I said, the only way you can better your trading skills is by trading with the live account. The demo account will hold you back. You need to get out there and put in your emotions. So before we go, let's just run through few pool. Okay. So I'd like you to please respond to the poll. So Kazim said, are we buying during a downtrend and selling in an uptrend? See, we buy cheaper, okay? We buy cheaper and hope to sell higher. I don't know if you understand. Like when we want to buy in the financial market, we want to buy at a cheap price and expect to sell higher. And when we want to sell in the financial market, we expect to sell higher to buy cheaper. I don't know if you understand. Not today, Debbie, not today at all. I just looked at market structure, and also because of it was moving in an uptrend, I looked at market structure. Market structure was moving higher. The price was going higher. Then, sincere apologies about that. Sincere apology. The replay will be available on our YouTube channel, so you've got nothing to worry about. So, is that all the questions? And please let me respond to the poll. Is that all the questions? Once you see prices going higher, they said the market has been buying or it is buying. When the market is moving lower, we say the market is selling. So at the price point where the market is moving higher, is it advisable to sell? Yes, I would say it is advisable to sell when you see reasons to sell. Okay, but the general logic is the trend is your friend. Only buy an uptrend, only sell a downtrend. Yes, it does. It does really matter. It does really matter. It matters a lot. You can start with 10,000 naira minimum as a beginner. So, in the absence of no further, okay, sorry. Yes, yes, it's very, very is good. Okay, it's very, very good. It's very, very, very good. Are you selling or buying gold? I really can't give financial advices. You do know that. I can only tell you, okay, there's a tendency, price will move this way, there's a tendency. I only give you the tendencies. I won't tell you this is where it's going. Okay, Zulu Trade doesn't allow a minimum of 20K. Okay, Zulu Trade minimum is around 45,500. Okay, so in the absence of no further question, we'll be bringing an end to the webinar. Thank you very much for joining me, and see you on Thursday. Like I said, Minimum of 5K will be trading live on Thursday's webinar. It's something you don't want to miss out. Okay. Goodbye.